Hey guys, Richard here with Downgrid Survival. Got a video for you today about, can you afford to prep? I guess the real question is, can you afford not to prep? Now, it's raining right now, it's hot, it's muggy. I'm gonna have to keep my air conditioning running, and therefore, if you saw my last video where I was talking about my air conditioning in my truck, you're gonna hear that tick, 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 tick. So we're just gonna have to deal with that for a little minute. I do have it on low. But so let's talk for a minute about, if you can afford to prep or if you can afford not to prep. So I'm very fortunate. I got started in prepping a couple of years ago and was in a position at that time to really kind of put a big effort into my prepping and to get a really good jump start in things compared to most people. And I recognize that. I understand that. I understand how blessed I have been, how fortunate I've been. But I've been reading a lot of comments from a lot of people on my videos and other places where, they're talking about how they're struggling, and it's getting really, really hard to prep with, the cost of everything. And I understand that completely. I do. And I feel for you. I really, really do. Especially for all of you who recognize the need to prep, you want to prep, and you just don't have the funds to be able to go and do everything that you want to do, and some of you are prepping very minimally and just doing the very best you can. And what I can say to that is just keep doing the very best that you can. That's all you can do, and leave the rest to God. If you're a believer, say a prayer, and I'm a firm believer that God helps those that helps themselves, and so as long as we do our part and do our best, He's gonna do the rest, whatever that may be, whatever His plan is for all of us. So here's the predicament. So I'm feeling the inflation pinch just as much as everyone else is, and I no longer have the extra to put forth every month toward my preps like I wanted to, because everything's going towards gas and food and electric bills and things like that. So so now's the time to start getting creative about your prepping, and figure out how you can save more. So I did a video recently about my first trip to Aldi, so that's going to be a primary source of our preps moving forward for a while. Is I'm going to be doing a lot of shopping at Aldi, because their prices are cheaper than even Walmart. So I'll be doing that. Another thing I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to do a video on this here real soon, but I'm going to start hitting up Goodwill locations, and also maybe not so much doing yard sales, unless I can find a community yard sale where there's a lot of people doing a yard sale in a particular community. I might try those a little bit. Because it doesn't require me to spend a whole lot of gas driving around. If I can just kind of go to an area and walk around the neighborhood, I might do something like that, because you can find some really good preps. And remember, your preps don't have to be brand spanking new. They don't have to be top of the line name brand stuff. It just needs to function. And if you're on a tight budget, and like I am now, really tight budget, I'm not looking for name brand stuff. I'm just looking for things that's going to function, that's going to fill a gap or fill a hole that I have to get me through all the things that are coming. So, that's just a couple of strategies that I'm undertaking. Another one is, I've got a fair amount of stuff in my home that I no longer use. Like, in my garage, for instance, I've got tools and things in there that I just don't use anymore, that some of them I'm going to keep because they're going to make great preps for later on, but there's just things that I don't need, and I don't foresee a need for those, and I'm going to sell them. I'm going to get rid of them, because that's money tied up right there that I could use to go and buy something that I do need right now to fill holes in my preps, or to buy more food. So consider that. Consider going through your closets, looking under your bed, looking in your attic, down in your basement, pulling out stuff that you haven't used in years, that you really don't have any need for, but you've kind of held on to. And if you can't apply that to a prepping need, for the future, then possibly get rid of it, sell it, make some extra cash that way, so that you can afford to go and do some more preps. Now, before you go and pull out everything and have a great big yard sale, let me also say this. Keep in mind specifically about things like clothing. I'm not getting rid of any of my clothing. The clothing that whether is starting to wear out, I just don't like, I don't wear anymore. I haven't gotten rid of any of it. I've bagged it up and I've tucked it away, and it's just going to sit there, because there may come a time in the future where I need that clothing because there's just nothing else available. And or maybe I can use that clothing to barter, because there's a lot of people that's going to be losing a lot of weight when the crap hits the fan, and that's just going to be a good barter item. So consider that. So really what it comes down to is just being creative and considering your budget and making adjustments to your budget. Don't go out as often. And I don't go out hardly at all now. I try to go out just once a week. Sometimes I have to go out twice a week, but I can go fairly close to my home. Excuse me. And that's it. And we limit any eating out to very little. For entertainment, and we don't do things entertainment outside the home. We don't go anywhere anymore to spend money on those types of things. So it's really been a lifestyle adjustment. Excuse me. Also, when we do shop for our regular household needs, we're always looking for the bargains, but we've adjusted how we eat. It's just become necessary. We don't buy a lot of beef anymore. We don't buy steak by any means. We eat a lot more chicken and fish and things of that nature, just because it's cheaper. And we visit the farmers markets in our areas and buy directly from them, because we can get fruit and vegetables a lot cheaper there than the convenience of when we're at the regular grocery store. So there's just a lot of little things that we've done to make adjustments, and I'm sure there's probably some of you can make some adjustments too. And I know some people, whether you're living on Social Security, fixed income, or something of that nature, that you're very limited on what you can do, and you're already stretched super thin. And that's where my heart goes out to you, because I just don't have a lot of suggestions for what you may be able to do. Pick up an extra income if you can. Pick up a side job, a side gig at home that, if you're crafty and you're able to make something, you might be able to sell it, or provide a service to someone once or twice a week where you're able to earn some extra money, whether it's a little house cleaning or cutting someone's lawn, or just visiting the elderly. Oftentimes, they have needs, and you can earn a little extra that way by just going and visiting and helping take care of them. And so just look at, what can you do? What can you do with what you have, so you don't have to spend any additional money to do this, but what can you do that you might be able to pick up a little side income, try to get a few extra dollars rolling in here to provide a little relief against inflation, or, just make the decision to dedicate anything extra you can get your hands on, that you're only going to spend it on preps, that you're not going to go splurge and go hit a nice restaurant, or you're not going to splurge and go buy something nice for yourself that you think you want but you don't really need. And just make the determination that this income is only for preps. And that's kind of how I've approached my YouTube channel, because it makes a little bit, it doesn't make a lot, but a couple of $100 a month, a few $100 a month. Some months it gets a little better than that, certainly. But I'm taking all this money that I'm earning off of YouTube videos and trying to do this channel, and I'm trying to put it just on preps. I'm not spending it for any other things. That's allowed me to get some of the nicer preps and get some of the other things that I have acquired. So that's something that I'm doing. And hey, while I'm on that subject real quick, let me share something with you. I could use your support financially, but it's not going to cost you anything. So you can support this channel and other channels like this that you really, really like. You can support us financially without it costing you anything. Did you know that? All you have to do is smash the like button down below. Because when you smash that like button on videos that you really like, it tells YouTube to share that video with more people. And more people get to watch this video, which means, unfortunately, more people are going to see some of the advertisements that YouTube gets put out here on these videos. And we do share, YouTube shares the advertising revenue with YouTubers like myself, so we get a small piece of that for every advertisement that gets displayed. So that's how we earn a little money off of YouTube. We get to share in some of the advertising revenue. And every time you smash the like button, it doesn't cost you anything. It only takes about 3 seconds of your time, but it tells YouTube to keep sharing this video with more and more and more people. And that's how you can support your favorite YouTubers financially without it costing you anything. Hey, and with that, I'm going to ask you right now to go ahead and smash the like button of this video. Let me know you got the message, and maybe even considering visiting my channel page and, you know, viewing a few of my other videos and smashing some like buttons over there as well. I would really appreciate it. Leave any comments that you would like down in the description below, and I will try to get to those. And if you're new here, by all means, subscribe. We got a lot of great stuff coming down the pike that I think you will enjoy. And until then, I will see you in the next video.